we'll give it a minute.
Steve, where's the beach?
Yeah, I know.
The weather's
he's
not too good.
You look like a storm brewing behind.
I know. So I said he looks like he's in the woods.
I'm out in the woods.
Be careful of those bears.
Okay, guys, let's call the meeting to order.
Okay.
Miss Mayor, you want to lead the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure. I pledge
We have to
allegiance
stand up.
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it
stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I stood up.
Okay, roll call. We have everybody present on virtual, and everybody has been identified as to who they are. Okay, let's take a moment for public comments and questions. Do we have anybody from the public? I am not showing anybody on the participant list from the public, so we will move on. Approval of the minutes and accounts payable. Minutes of the general meeting of March 10th, 2020. Any questions, comments, or corrections?
I had sent a correction to Ray earlier that I was in attendance and it's not showing in the
Yeah,
call
I
to
ma-
order, and she made that correction. So,
And send it to everybody.
oh, I
got
didn't. Oh, I didn't get that. Sorry.
Okay, I sent it to everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And just print the first page because that's all she sent, I think.
That's the only change, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks good to me.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Would somebody like to make a motion accepting the accepting the minutes of the general meeting of March 10th, 2020 as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Carolyn makes the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I.
Who seconded? Barb or Brenda?
Sure.
Okay,
Well, Marita did, but you know,
Oh, sorry.
it's okay.
so Barb. Okay,
Okay.
And I
Anybody?
abstain. Barb Sigler
yes, you can.
abstain.
Barb Sigler has to stay in, I guess.
I abstained.
Abstentions?
Okay.
Okay. Anybody voting no? All right. Motion passes. Everybody voted yes except Barb S with an abstention.
okay.
Okay. Take a look at minute to take a look at the accounts payable.
Ray, is this the usual cost on the landscaping of the entrance island?
I think that he did some brush cleaning and yeah, it's usually a little bit less. It depends on what he did, but he had to do like the winter cleanup.
Okay.
Okay. The reason this is so high is the ambulance, police, fire, and ambulance. First quarter, I made that payment, which was $17,000. That's why it's high this month.
No, I was just questioning the landscaping.
The $900.
Yes, the
Yeah.
$900. I didn't think it was that much.
No, it usually isn't. But I like I said, I believe because it was the winter cleanup, it was more. And I can check with him on that, but that's what I paid.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Somebody like to make a motion accepting the accounts payable list at $44,074.94 for the month of March as presented.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Nick makes the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is that Brenda?
Yes.
Brenda seconds. Let's do a roll call vote. Brenda,
Yes.
Barb C,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Carolyn,
Yes.
Barb S,
Yes.
Marita,
Yes.
and I will vote yes. Okay, accounts payable list passes. Officials reports, Ms. Mayor.
Yes.
Steve,
Yes,
I'd like to just mention that there was no caucus meeting, on this month, so that's why nothing's available there.
correct.
And
Yes,
the other thing I just wanted to mention is that the condo meeting, the next condo meeting coming was Barbara Sigler was scheduled. I don't know how they're doing their meetings, if we have
they
to.
are not.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
there'll be
meeting
no
is
condo
canceled.
meeting. Okay. I didn't know
No.
whether they were Zooming also.
No, their
Okay.
meeting is canceled for right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, officials reports, Ms. Mayor.
Yes. For the month of March, there was 1 harassment by communication, 2 domestics, 1 neighborhood complaint, 1 fire, 1 suspicious activity, 1 loss of property, 1 abandoned vehicle, 1 traffic problem, 29 vacation checks, 7 foot patrols, 1 school check, 2 welfare checks, 1 assist fire department, and 2 traffic targets. The fire was a woman's ceiling fan started smoking in her bedroom, and so the police came first, and they contacted the fire department, and she had to just turn the switch off, and they said it would be okay till she called an electrician. So with those, we had a total of 51 for the month of March, which is high because of the vacation checks. And they're doing a lot more foot patrol, making sure everybody's staying in like they're supposed to. Because we did have the 1 incident where we had some basketball players on the basketball court after it was blocked off.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, everything seems to be going quite well, and the police are on a very strict schedule right now. They're back to doing 8-hour shifts, 3 officers on a shift, and I believe we talked briefly about this the other night, where they're coming in 1 shift, daylight shift will go out the front, and the 3 to 11 shift will come in the back door. They make no contact with each other. They do their roll call and report from the parking lot. So they're trying not to have any contact with each other, which is good. So that concludes my report. Any
Okay.
questions from anybody in regard to that?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Okay, thank you,
Was
Lucy.
that,
Okay, President's report. I don't have anything to report other than I've been attending the PSAB meetings, the weekly meetings, and I'll be in the one tomorrow afternoon. Vice President, anything?
No.
Brenda?
No, nothing.
Okay. Manager's report.
I spoke with Mike Christ at Waste Management regarding the household hazardous waste collection service, and he said it's now in effect through April 30th, 2021. Residents can call or go online to make a pickup.
Okay.
And the other thing is I contacted, although I haven't heard back from Scott Murphy about the playground inspection. I think he was supposed to call me with a date the last week in March or the first week in April, but he did not, I guess because of the inclement weather. So I did send him an email and tell him to let us know, because as soon as this is over, we want to get the soon as the quarantine's over, we want to get the playground opened. And that's it.
All right. Okay, real estate tax.
The bills all went out. I'm sure everybody got theirs that pays their own taxes. They started to come in. I haven't deposited any yet, but they're starting to trickle in.
Well, I wonder how many. I mean, I'm just anxious to see how bad it's going to be with people not having money coming in and stuff like that. Unless they have a mortgage, then it comes out of the mortgage.
Doesn't necessarily mean they're paying their mortgage either.
That's true. That's true. You have to let us know how the condo's doing. That's the one that's always gets screwed.
Well, they're concerned about it.
Yeah, I know.
They are concerned about it.
Mm.
Okay, Act 511 tax.
$8,298.80 in earned income tax deposited.
Okay. Refuse fee.
I didn't deposit anything in March because I was waiting till the end of the month, and then obviously everything broke loose. But I did go on Saturday, which is in April, and I did deposit 22 checks for 2020, one for 2017 and a payment for 2018 and some lien fees, which will be on my next report. But we still have 53 outstanding for after April's. We'll have like 53 outstanding for 2020. And JJ, I did have a lien paid off. I'm just waiting for the check to clear from Saturday, and I'll send you that information to have a link.
Okay, that sounds great. Do you know off the top of your head who it was?
Sonson,
Okay.
Craig and Susan.
The check came in, Trish.
What check?
Came in today. Something came in on Sonson.
Oh, that was probably the balance of, they owed like $28 or something like that for their one thing, but yeah, it's gonna be paid off.
Okay.
They did really good. They had like 4 years worth of lien fees, so they got them all paid off, 3 or 4 years, something like that.
Is it 1043 Pennsbury?
That's our address up there.
That's the borough address.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at this check. I think it's for Sonson. Delinquent real estate. It's for $592.37.
I don't know. Put it on my desk. I'll look at it. I'm probably going to come up tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll get you that report for the ones that I did deposit on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. And I'll be going to the bank on Thursday because I did get checks in from Jordan.
Yeah, that might have been a delinquent real estate that they collected or something.
You know
Possible.
What? It's Janosco.
Oh, okay.
It's Janosco. The one that's Sonson was only a little bit.
Yeah, that's the balance of what they owe.
That's $99.57.
They don't know that much.
Well, there's 2 checks here.
All right, I'll look at them tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Engineers report. Clint?
Okay, so I want to talk to council about the road program.
Mm-hmm.
We've been working on it, and the plan was, from last month's meeting, was to get the bidding documents done, get that out for bid, and to open sometime in May, around the caucus meeting. But that obviously probably isn't going to happen. And I wanted to get direction from council whether or not you want to pursue this summer or push it off till next summer, because those paving contractors aren't going to be able to work this month. So their work's going to be pushed back. We could bid it and open in June, and they might squeeze it in, conceivably. One thing that is advantageous with that is the price of asphalt is low right now because it follows the price of oil. So we've been working on the project, and we're just within like a week of finishing it, and we could have it out for bid. So I didn't know what council wanted to do.
Offhand, I would think maybe we want to try to get it out for bid just to see
where we're at.
where we're at.
Yeah.
Nick, you and I had talked about the banks. I wonder what their take on this is. Is how will we be affected as far as the loans go?
Yeah, I was planning on calling today and then running through quarter close. I should have a little more availability tomorrow. I'll shoot them an email tonight and see if I can set up some time for them. I'll give them the blocks where I don't have any commitments tomorrow, and we'll go from there. And I'll email the entire group. What the consensus is from their side of things.
Yeah, they may could get a little iffy here.
Well,
yeah, because it's interesting. Once all this started occurring, I was having a lot of communications with Dollar, and it's been radio silent. I've had communications with a little more communications with Northwest, but I haven't really heard anything from Dollar Bank.
I imagine a lot of those guys are working from home too.
Unless you make an appointment to talk to them.
Yeah, you can make an appointment to meet with the bank people or to make a deposit. They're only having one person. There's two management people, one management person and one cashier in there now. That's all. You have to go through the drive-through, or you can call and make an appointment.
Is that the call to make an appointment for like a large deposit?
Make a deposit, yes. You can call and make an appointment.
well, we can still bid it. You don't have to award it.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You have 60 days from the bid opening date to award. Surely you'll know something by then, I would think. But it's your call. Or we can bid it in the winter time. We should get good pricing next winter. Put it out in January.
I guess the only question is regarding the financing. Do we want to continue with the current game plan of taking a $500,000 loan out in year one, or I guess depends on what they'd be willing to loan us to begin with.
Well, we qualify for it, but I don't know if they're going to tighten up and just not be able to lend. We should be more than qualified for it, but
Find out. We decided to do a few areas, right?
well, doing phases 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Clint, I say just proceed as planned, and
we don't have to, sign anything right away. And
You don't have to award, like I said.
Yeah. I think we should, just to see where we're at. I mean,
if we could take advantage of the if we could take advantage of this, the low oil prices, because they're trying to push the price of oil up. Not that much, but they're still trying to push it up to try to save the fracking industry. I'd say we continue as we planned, and we can always put a halt and change our minds anywhere up right up to the time we award the bid.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see if we can get a decent price.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Mhm.
Okay, so is the bid opening good for the June meeting then?
Sure.
Okay. So it'll be on the street for a while, so that would be a good thing.
For June,
General.
that would be
June 9th.
June 9th.
Okay.
Okay, bid opening to be June 9th. Okay.
Okay, I'll proceed with that. And that's all I have. Steve, is your audio off?
Okay,
Yep,
am I right now?
yeah. So I got all the
Yes.
liens.
How about now?
Yep. So again, last month I got all the liens filed right after that week after our March meeting, which was good because then essentially
Test.
the courts have been somewhat closed down since. So it sounds like we're starting to get in some money from those liens, and hopefully we're able to get everyone to pay what they owe. So I'll just stay on top of it. And Trish, whenever you guys get liens in, just let me know. And
Okay,
then,
can you send me copies of those, please?
sure, no problem.
Thanks.
And yeah, whenever you get them in, and then we'll get them closed out as they come in. So
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, if you could just email those over, I'd like to keep a copy of them at the office too.
no problemo.
Thank you.
Okay. JJ, I got one for you.
Sure.
On our resolution 146,
Okay.
declaring the disaster resolution.
Okay.
Okay, I read it over and we sort of left it open-ended. So I take it we can just ride with this one. We don't have to extend this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it hurts either way. I think I left it open-ended for this purpose, but I mean, I just had a meeting on Monday or it was last Wednesday, and we extended it just using the same one. So I don't think.
Okay, because really this one, our current one is not expired. Let's see, Ray, when did we send that?
The resolution,
Yeah.
that was, oh, hold on a minute. I have to get it out of the file.
Well, originally they said that they were good for 30 days, but we didn't put an expiration on ours.
Correct.
So we should be good just to ride with the one we got until our May meeting. If we have to pass the next resolution, we can do it then.
Yep. I think that's completely fine.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. JJ, anything else for us?
Nope. That's it.
That's it. Okay. Committee reports. Public Works.
I guess nothing right now. I guess
Public's not working, huh?
no, no, they're staying in. No, I don't think I've seen any problems like with the garbage or, we have to wait to see what's going on with the roads. That's the main thing. And I did check the park that's on another thing. They were still closed. The yellow tape is still up there too.
Okay,
but
good.
that's about it. Nothing.
All right.
The resolution was signed March 31st for the disaster emergency.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I think it'll be okay. JJ thinks we're good.
Okay.
Okay, Parks and Recreation, you said, Carolyn, you said the tapes and
I
everything's
took a
still up.
look. It's still, closed. The wire, the tape's still up, and I guess you've looked at. I guess Ray or Nick must have talked to
Scott.
landscaper, and everything was done. Looks good.
Okay, excellent. Okay, Community Affairs.
Nobody in the community is having an affair, I guess.
I wouldn't
Even
bet
with all
on
the
that one right
quarantines,
now.
even with all the quarantines. I know we didn't settle on a new format for the newsletter, and with life being so chaotic, I don't know, is it okay if I use the same format for this time and then we look for a new format for the summer newsletter? Is that okay?
We can do that, or if you can start, putting the articles together into the old format, we
Okay.
can take a look at it and see if we can cook up a new format off of that.
Okay, because I just wanted to run past the topics that I have are what all is closed within the borough, the fact that the general meetings will be held by Zoom until further notice, and the instructions will always be posted on the website. Things like postponement of the primary, option to vote by mail, just even general. Tax payment extensions, not talking about real estate tax, but the Jordan tax. Welcoming, obviously, Marita and Maria. The dumpster issue that you guys mentioned the last time about making sure that waste management doesn't take instruction from residents, as far as where things go and things like that. And I will put back in the thing about that the waste management hazardous collection program is still ongoing, so people know that. I wanted to put in a need for the food bank, and that kind of ties into our food drive also, because I called Andy Savacco, and she said that the craft and food bank has seen an uptick of 30% with this going on. So I asked her what they need, and she said it's actually hard for them to even take physical donations now because they're not always there. So she said money is the obviously the best thing that they need right now. So I was going to put a little plug in for that. And then wondering, should I do the I Spy thing again? And if so, how would we have people respond in a day of people quarantining and whatever? If you want me to put I Spy in, I will certainly do that.
Do I Spy and just have them drop it through the
drop
mail?
it through in the
in
mail
Dropbox.
slot
Box. Yeah.
And so Ray does. Oh, well, obviously you're checking that. So
Yeah.
okay, so we'll do that again.
Put in that Memorial Day is canceled.
I saw that online, and I wanted to ask, or I saw it on
Yes.
the website, so it is canceled for
Yes.
sure. Okay, so I had that on my list and wanted to say I haven't asked
That is
Lucy.
canceled.
So thank you.
Barb,
Okay.
And
Yes.
I did, and
Go ahead.
I was informed too that about the food bank, that they would like just monetary donations right now,
Yes.
because they don't want the process of bringing food into the pantry, and then they would have to sanitize and check
Right.
everything too. So
Right.
yeah,
And then
I was thinking maybe we could do a flyer if you want, and say if you our yearly food bank, we're not donating actual food. If you care to, make a donation, make the check payable to Craft and Food Bank, and then put their address on it, and they can mail a check directly to the food bank.
we could certainly do both. Put a little squib in the newsletter, and then do a flyer. Andy Savacco actually said to send it payable. No, send it to her address, but to make it payable, obviously, to the food pantry, because she said she doesn't even go to the church all the time to pick up the checks.
Sure.
And she was saying that the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank told them they're not allowed to turn away anyone who comes by to theirs too. So that's why she said they usually have 125 to 140 families that are their regulars, and now they've seen 30% beyond that. So yeah, I think a flyer is a great idea for that too. So
Barb,
we can do that. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I could finish.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Could you put something in there about kids on skates or scooters or anything like that? Because I could have swore down on Carriage, I saw somebody down a ways on a scooter. One of those little scooters that the kids play with.
There were children on scooters up in the commercial area the other day when I was working, and I went out and told them they weren't allowed to do that. Not only that, today, with people walking their dogs, they're bringing their dogs up here into the commercial area. And I also saw somebody in the laundromat with dogs.
What,
Okay.
what, I
That
guess
was
I can't read.
today. And I told him he wasn't allowed to have dogs in the commercial area. It was a man doing his laundry with his dog.
Oh,
So we
honestly.
need to put that in there too.
Okay. So it looks like we will have a very full
Mhm.
newsletter. So I
Yeah.
will, I've started some of these articles, but I will get them out to you guys, and then we can see if we can arrange it into new format.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Mhm.
very good. Okay, condo report. Their meeting is canceled, so no condo report there. Public safety, Lucy?
I have nothing.
Okay, finance, anything, Nick?
Sorry, nothing to add.
Nothing to add? Okay. Administrative, I really don't have anything. Brenda, information?
No, I have nothing.
Okay. Old business, we have none. Under new business, we have to pass the resolution number 146 of 2020, declaring the disaster emergency. We've already actually did this by telephone vote, and we just need to do it officially in a meeting.
Just need to
So
ratify it.
we just need to ratify it. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
So would somebody like to make a motion accepting resolution number 146 of 2020, declaring a disaster for Pennsbury Village due to the coronavirus?
I
I'll
will.
make the motion.
Okay, that was Marita made the motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, do I have a second?
I guess me.
That's
Yeah,
Carolyn, second.
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions?
Abstain.
Okay, Nick abstains. Okay, resolution number 147, we'll put that on hold till next month's meeting,
Okay.
in case we need it. Okay, let's go with open discussion. Anybody? Here is today's report. Seems like it's climbing a little bit.
Yep.
What's the report say?
We're up to 24 deaths in Allegheny County. 68 people are currently in the hospital. Now the 893 have tested positive. Now on the good side, so far 142 people have required hospital care, but there's only 68 of them in the hospital right now. So
And still zero in
people are getting better. And Pennsbury is still white on the map.
Good. We're just so fortunate on this side of the state compared to the other side of the state that's really
yes.
getting hit.
You can see by the orange and red here.
Right next to New Jersey.
Yeah.
New York.
In New York, yeah.
Oh, well. Not make sure we don't get that.
I sure hope this is all over soon so that we can open the pool and the playground. The kids are going to be driving everybody crazy.
I saw something on Facebook. I'll have to tell you about it after we close the meeting.
Okay. Right now, according to this, we have 36 patients on ventilators.
Ooh.
And if you notice the curves, we had 2 peaks, but the trend is kind of downward.
Well, I guess that's good.
Same with Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
Yeah, but what happens when everybody starts going outside again?
Yeah,
Boy.
they're not going to be as careful as they've been.
I think everybody will be wearing masks for quite some time.
Even when they're swimming, huh?
Oh, and I got a report today, I guess Market District now has arrows on your
Yeah.
aisles.
Mhm.
So does
Yeah.
Aldi.
Yeah.
I
Not
think that was mandated, yeah.
well, Market District has glass screens.
And they're only allowing so many in the store now
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the employees are wearing masks and gloves.
Yeah.
Ugh. My son-in-law, his mother works in Giant Eagle up in Johnstown. I don't think they have too many up that way.
Well, their stores they've had stores in the North Hills with employees that tested positive. They're now testing their employees.
I think there was one up in Robinson too, Market District.
Yeah, our Market District had one. Okay, public
Okay.
comments and questions and criticisms. Anything from the public? Well, I guess we haven't had any, no public has jumped into our meeting here.
No.
So one last call. Anybody have anything else to talk about?
Maria's not with us tonight, huh?
That's what
Yeah,
I was
she's
just
here.
gonna
No, she was on
Yeah.
there. I saw her.
Okay.
Here, for some reason, the link didn't
Oh.
work.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
are.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
there she
Maria,
is.
Maria, that my apologies. That was my fault.
Oh, it's okay.
What we have is, well, I'll explain it in a minute.
Okay.
Would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Carolyn makes the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Was that Barb C?
Barb C.
Okay, Barb C seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Bye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, meeting's over. Oh,
Okay.
that